Hey everybody, it's Monster back again with Opus Gaming, and I'm here today to bring you a playtesting session between me on Purple Blue Kaido and my teammate and friend Mario on Red Zoro. This match is actually really interesting, but before we do any type of deep diving into it, you guys already know, just a quick reminder, if you're not subscribed, drop a sub down below. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers and we're doing a big giveaway, so I'd really appreciate that. Check out some of the other videos with the giveaway details, and everybody just supporting and helping out. Leave a comment, leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. It helps us get in the algorithm and helps these videos kind of get pushed out, so really appreciate that. Thanks guys. Jumping into the gameplay here, it looks like just straight off out the gate, I got what I was looking for, which is probably an Onigashima, as well as maybe a card to play on one, but we'll see here. And then on Mario's side, it looks like he had to mulligan, so he's for sure looking for a one-drop searcher. More so just looking for having that ramp early on, so we'll see if we can get there. So just making sure we're still in frame on the camera there, I think is what I was getting up for, but this time no mulligan here, so he's got to take it, and it looks like I'm going to be going first, which is nice. So we're going to don up with that holographic Pokemon card. We've been playing with proxy dons at my locals, like everybody just kind of brings whatever don they feel like, and it's been pretty fun seeing people bring like Weiss cards and other stuff like that, so that's pretty fun. You guys have probably been noticing that in a lot of the videos. But here on the Zoro player's turn, he's going to tap 2 and he's going to play out the Dodon to search for a 1-drop, but we miss on the 1-drop surge and pass, so that's just really unfortunate. That's just a rough foot to be starting out on. Here it's a super easy guess on what my play is going to be. It's going to be swing 5k with leader, tap 3, play out Onigashima, tap Onigashima to ramp to 4, and pass turn to our opponent. Our opponent's going to go draw for turn and don up to 4 as well. And I think this turn, this is kind of where you want to see probably 1 or 2 searchers come down from the red player turn, and then like a 7k swing from leader. So we'll see what he does. I haven't gotten a chance to board any bodies or board any blockers, so these early turn are kind of guaranteed damage. Yeah. Oh, just a 6k. I think I'll defend against that, but that's just to make sure the Dodon can go through. Both of them won't sink damage, but here we see, I believe it's a 6k from lead, or from Dodon, because it's 1k to boost up to 4 and then 2 Don on to make it 6, I believe. So yeah, we take the damage here, and then 6k from their leader. And then, oh yeah, what you see here is the Gum Rain card, which lets me discard that extra dead Onigashima and just ping up by 3k, so lets me get out of that attack. Here we don up to 6, tap Onigashima, go up to 7 with the rested Don, attach a Don onto Kaido so that leader effect is on board, and maybe we'll just swing 6k into the rested card, get the extra Don. Yeah, and then maybe we see a body come down that can kill the Sunny. We'll see here. So that resolves. Leader's gonna ramp an extra Don, and here on this turn I want to be playing out defense. Yep. So it's not gonna be a body to crack the Sunny, but I can put up some pretty good blockers on this turn because I saw that we picked up a Trafalgar Law out of life. So then we play out the second blocker, and now we're kind of established on a decent board to fend off our opponent's turn on this turn, as well as having cards in hand. So we'll see how Zoro responds here. Really, as a Zoro player, you kind of just have to push through. So it's going to be about mounting attacks that are big enough to make me not want to block with the queen. So everything just coming in at 6k, really eat up some of those 2ks early and see how many your opponent's playing, see if they can recoup on them or not. You don't have to deal damage because I'm already at 3 here, so yep. And we just see tap 4 for a Gum Jet Pistol. That's really standard for any red deck, and we're just going to punish the queen coming down. So Don goes on to leader, and we see a Don go on Sunny and swing 5 from Sunny, counter out with Uta from hand to 6, and then we'll take the second swing instead of blocking with Law. Oof, we just saw, I think that's the third Onigashima comes in hand, and it's a top deck in this game state. I think we wanted something a little bit stronger, but maybe we'll get there. We'll see. So before I tap down Onigashima, the reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm thinking if I'm gonna attach a Don onto something and attack into that Sunny and just get that extra Don ramped in active instead of ramping it in rest mode. So hanging out and just kind of thinking, yep, swing 6k into the rested Sunny. Sunny dies. We're gonna ramp that last on. That leaves us with 9 standing. And then, yeah, tap 4, play out Uta. Tap 1, oh, let's see what we come down with as well. Yeah, tap 4, or tap 1, play Uta, tap 4, play Uta, tap 1, play Law. So we were able to dump a bunch of our hand. We did lose 2k encounters, but we did get 2 Utas, and this way we won't be blocking with those this turn. It's more so to get them onto the board so we can block with the Laws. He's going to try to bait them out, but we're really just going to sack Laws in this turn and respond once he builds a board with the Utas, or force him into having to jet pistol. So we'll see what we decide to do here. I do have to get some cards back in my hand, so it's going to be a passive next couple turns, and one of my cards is really dead, being the Onigashima, so that's really rough. So we're going to see Uta come down and then Vista. So tap 4, we're going to get rid of an Uta. Otama coming down and doing that additional 2k is just really rough for me. I don't want to deal with that. But 1 Dawn onto leader. Yeah, so we just end up blocking and resting the Vista, so I have something to swing into next turn, and then he won't get value off of having Vista on the board, so we're fine with that. Excuse me. Here, Mario just kind of thinking of how he wants to finish his turn. He doesn't want to diminish his hand too much, so he doesn't want to just start slamming cards and let me know that he only has like 2 cards with counter in hand. He wants to keep a larger hand size, and this isn't a good turn to slam down any rushes. I don't know what he has, but I know that he kind of just, if he doesn't even want to tap 3 and play a Nico, because that's 1k counter out of hand, and it's a Nico's pretty deal withable if I have 9 drop Kaido. So yeah, we do see Zoro come down, swing 5 at leader. Oh, we take it here. Yeah, we just need a card in hand. So swinging the 5 at the leader here is really nice for the Zoro player, because you get that card without counter in hand out of your hand, but it lets me know that you don't have that many cards in your hand with counter at this point. So attach 1 Dawn onto Kaido leader, and then tap 9 for Kaido 9 drop. We're gonna come down and pop, I'm assuming the Zoro, which will trigger the Kaido effect. So, and on this turn, we're not swinging into anything too crazy, but we do know that our opponent doesn't have too many cards in their hand right now, because they did drop a lot. I think it was about 3 cards out of hand on the last turn. So here we can defend ourselves. We'll see if we're actually able to, though. It's gonna be kind of rough deciding on where to swing here. But yeah, no, 6k into the Vista, that's fine. And then here we have to start going at life, because we need to start dealing some damage into our opponent. So we're swinging 11 into leader. All right, and that's gonna end our turn. So refreshing all the Dawn, we do have those 2 law blockers, so if our opponent does have a whole bunch of Vistas, that's gonna be a bad time for us. But I think this is the turn that we just like sack all law blockers to any rush attack. So we're playing a little bit behind, and we weren't able to establish the blockers, and our opponent having really good removal for us the whole way through has been rough to deal with. But we'll see if we can kind of stabilize here. We do have 1 Kaido on the board. I don't know if we have a Kaido in hand, though. That's the issue. Attach a Dawn onto Zoro leader. See what he does with that. This turn, I think all swings should be like 7k plus for sure. Unless you're going to attach 5 onto Otama and just play Otama control. But oh, a 6k swing at leader. If I have a 2k counter, you definitely 2k counter out of here and just preserve the blockers. Even if you have the Vistas, I don't want to deal with like just a bunch of huge attacks. So, and if you tap 5 and bring down an unblockable Luffy, I already can't counter out. So holding on to the 2k to hope wasn't gonna get me anywhere. Here we see another Rush Zoro come down, fully alt-art, of course. Here I would like to see 2 Dawn go on to him so he can swing 7, but I guess here it's just kind of getting the resources out, so I guess you don't have to waste it, because I'm gonna block it regardless. And then thinking about what to do with the follow-up turn, I'm sure it's just kind of like flood the board, Play out a 1-drop Sunny for starters. Oh, we see a Dodon come down. So here we're going to find a Nami most likely. And then if we can find that Nami, tap 1, play the Nami, we're in a good position to kind of pop off. I think we missed the search by 1 card, so. Alright, we picked up a Sunny. We can play 2 Sunnies. That's a totally fine way to end the turn. Is that some kind of event? We don't know which one it is, but you'll have Dawn for the event if you just play down some 1-drops here. Oh, we had a Nami in hand. Yeah, that was definitely the play from the jump to follow up on the Dodon. Looking at top 5 to grab Radical Beam, that's really nice because you still have so much Dawn standing that you can just kind of switch over to a strategy where you leave all your Dawn up. You don't even really have to play any more cards. You can play a Sunny here just so you have an attacker, like a for sure attacker on the next turn. Yeah, and now we pass. That was a good play. That was a very strong way to finish out the turn, especially once you saw your search from the Nami. I think the search from the Nami, or whether having a Nami or not, really dictated how you ended that turn there. So, all right, for me, I want a 10-drop Kaido without having to have 10 Dawn. No, this is gonna be a rough turn, but if I can put out more blockers, I only drew 1 card though, so we're probably not gonna be able to push for game here either. We do have a Gilded Zero and a blocker in hand, so if we are able to clear, so we're gonna swing 7 into the rest of Zoro, put a second blocker on board, and then tap 5 for a guild. If we can get the guild to stick and we can start drawing cards, we can bounce back, but we have taken a lot of damage early game in this matchup, so Kaido ramps us back up. Swing 11 at leader. Put our opponent into a decent range because now they're at 2, but they have so many cards in hand now. Tap 2, play blocker. Tap 5, play guild. 1 card in hand. And with 1 card in hand, you can really read what your opponent has access to. So Mario should be able to wrap it up on this turn. With only 2 blockers, you just have to amount enough swings, and he definitely has enough cards on the board to mount a lot of swings. But we'll see. That life could be a magical trigger. So being on full 10 Dawn here, you have the option of making everything really huge, or do we just come down with like a Vista or something? Yeah, definitely starting off with a Vista and getting rid of the blocker. I think here you can even just make everything 5k because you have enough swings. Yep. Dawn onto a leader, boost everything by 1k. Start off with a 1k. Yeah, on either Dodon or a Sunny. Either is fine. And I'm like forced to take it so I can like bluff cards in hand. It is a who's who, so Dawn -1. We're gonna pop probably the Sunny. Yep. Not too much since he Vista'd us this turn, but we have 1 card in hand. If it's a 2k and he misrepresents his Dawn, we can maybe do something if we top deck Kaido, but here we see the 5k. One card in hand, you just dump the card. Oh, nope, and he definitely has it here. So that just shows that we have that Onigashima in hand and he knows that, so just the rest of it just goes on later, and that's about it. So pretty straightforward match between red and purple. Red really got in there early. Purple couldn't like make it into the end game, as well as just not having the counter with so many Onigashimas throughout the game. So that's gonna wrap up this gameplay. Pretty straightforward. I think it's purple blue is actually gonna be really fun, and I can't wait to like hone it down a little bit more and get a little bit more testing. But man, red Zoro, you guys are gonna see a lot of it during this format, and a lot of it from like us on the team because we just really like the deck. But this is me, Monster with Opus Gaming. I'm gonna be out. Take care, you guys.